Coach, can you hear me? Hindi ko naririnig yung countdown. May music
Yes,
ba
you're
yan?
good. You're good.
Okay. Okay.
Naka-mute pa pala ako. So, hey everyone, good evening, good evening. I want to honor and acknowledge each and every one of you for being here. I know it's a Sunday evening and yet you still chose to be here. Hi, Joy. Nice meeting you again. Ano ba? Second time kita nakita. Ano ba, Joy? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
First
Excited
time
for...
po.
Ha?
First time pa po.
First time? Okay, sige. So, excited for you to be here. So, mag-introduce lang ako bago tayo mag-start ng ating session. So, I hope you're excited to learn kasi solid to. I think some people will be coming in late pero we'll still start on time. Okay, so how many of you are excited to be here today? Yan, sila Jason. I think one of my office mates ko to. Yan, excited ako ng mga dumating sila dito. Hi, Jason. Kamusta ka na, bro? Long time no see. Okay.
Gusto po.
Yan. Okay, so sige, ang quick recap, what we're going to do for this evening is very special kasi I invited a guest. So ang guest natin tonight, later introduce ko siya. But before that, let's start with recap ng mga dati natin na pag-usapan. So as you all know, this is part of the Rich Friends Community weekly learning session. And nakakatuwa kasi dito kasi we get to learn a lot every single week from your mindset, your heart set, and of course, your wealth set. Sige, so mag-share screen lang ako, kunwari. Joke lang, wala nang share screen dito. Hindi na uso yun kasi meron akong magical thing ngayon eh. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is JM. I'm a prosperity mindset coach and my mission is to empower people to live holistic and abundant lives. And ang cool lang dito sa mga ganap ngayon is that ang daming possibilities. This past year, it's already proven ang daming possibilities. And I just want to see everyone in this community to keep on growing, keep on learning. Kasi sino po bang gusto mag-learn? Sino bang hindi gusto mag-learn? Sino bang hindi gusto mag-grow? Okay, so this is part of the Rich Friends community. It's a Facebook group. We created this November ata natin to ginawa ng mga friends ko. And the goal of this community is to grow your mindset so that your heart set will expand, and of course your wallet or your wealth set will be ready to receive God's greatest abundance. Okay, so quick recap ng mga na-discuss natin ng past week. So last week's topic was actually what hat should I be wearing? So we talked about leadership hats. So dito familiar sa mga leadership hats? Meron ba familiar dyan? Yan, thank you, Lian. Okay, kung hindi pa kayo familiar, if you're watching this live, you're watching this on YouTube, okay, panalo to yung topic last week. We talked about different things. For me, new concept in a way kasi I used a different book for this one. Okay, so cool yun, cool. So we actually talked about and the different hats we had. Okay, so natatakpan ko pala yung sarili ko. Okay lang, basta explain ko na siya. We had the white hat, the red hat, the green hat, which is yung upper right na natatakpan ko. We also had the creativity hat and the positive hat and the negative hat. So ano ba tong mga to? We just discussed paano mo ma-apply or paano mo gagamitin yung mga leadership hats when it comes to leading your team. Kasi ang cool dito, we talked about facts. Facts are about a lead. When you wear that hat, that's a person na very objective. Nandun ka lang sa ano ba yung nangyari? What happened? Okay, sige, ano yung next step natin? Very clear, facts. Pagka magde-decide siya, magbibigay siya ng mga results, magbibigay siya ng incentives, it's because based on performance, kaya niya ibibigay. Facts. Second hat is yung feelings. Again, these are hats na pwede mong gamitin interchangeably, sabay-sabay mo suotin, pero as much as possible, learn them. Alam mo na kaya mo mag-transform into different hats. So we also have feelings. Ito yung mga intuitive leaders. Then it comes to, alam niya yung, based on gut feel. And napag-usapan last week was, kung based sa gut feel ito, I think it comes from also wisdom. When you've done something throughout time, paulit-ulit, parang alam mo na at automatic, ito na yung gagawin dyan. The one in the upper right is actually control. Control is the one who, yung mga bossy type, yun yung mga mahilig mag-direct. There's a leader that tells you what to do, delegates what tasks to do para mas mabilis na gawin. The fourth one is creativity, the green hat. So the green hat is all about the person na when you wear that hat, yun yung mga innovative. Okay, yung mga something different. Upo siya, uy, imagine natin yung mga ibang bagay, ganyan. And next is the positive. Ito yung mga feel-good people, feel-good na leaders. So dito naka-experience ng feel-good na leader. Yung punta ka sa office, tapos alam mo, uy, grabe naman yung smiling face niya. Parang good vibes na agad. Yan, nakaka-relate kayo. Meron kayo na experience na ganun type of person. And thank you. And lastly, ito yung negative hat. Okay, di ba, siyempre, sisipin natin negative. And actually, in this pandemic, masaya nga maging negative sa COVID. Diba? So, itong negative hat na leader naman is the person who keeps on asking questions, checking yung second scenario, third scenario, nag-iisip ng plan B, C, D, E, hanggang plan D. So, this person is very, kumbaga, hindi naman siya totally negative. Iniisip lang niya, what if hindi mag-work? What if yung plano natin, ano yung backup plan? Gets ba? Interesting. So that was the topic for last week. And just to sum it all up, ito siya. I gave a quick tip on using leadership hats. So paano mo siya i-assess anong hat yung gagamitin mo? So I used the hats as an acronym na rin. Letter H, halt. So tumigil ka muna, take time and reassess. Ano yung situation, what hat am I using? Or is it, tama ba yung hat na ginamit ko? Give yourself feedback. Tingnan mo nga, no? Bakit nga ba ganun? Hindi nag-i-effect, walang result yung pagiging ganito kong person. Second is letter A, appreciate. Appreciate what's been working. Okay, tap yourself on the back. Sige, sa lahat na nandito, sila Jason, sila Joy, tap yourself on the back. Good job. Kasi yun yung important. Tap nyo sarili nyo on the back na ina-appreciate nyo yung pagiging leader nyo. Third is take the leap. You've been trained, you've been put in a position to be a leader. Moving forward, kahit hindi ka pa ngayon, if you think you're not yet a leader, sooner or later you'll get there. At saka at the end of the day, you're also leading yourself. So take a leap. Take a leap of faith. And lastly, shift faster. Kasi kahit anong mangyari, makakaramdam ka ng downs, ng lows. Shift faster. Pag alam mo, identify, stress na naman ako. Alam mo na kagad you're in a position na change. Alam mong hindi nag-work, shift to a different perspective. Shift hat ka agad. Are you guys learning from that one? Quick lang recap ng mga nagawa natin nung last week. Alright. So, hi everyone ulit. So, sila Jason, sila Joy, good with recap na yon. Yung good recap yon for you guys. Yung leadership hats. Sige. Kahit thumbs up lang. Pwede kayo mag-thumbs up sa reaction button dyan para naman alam natin. Alright. Thank you for that. Hi, Tesara. Kamusta? So we just made a quick recap kung ano yung mga leadership hats kasi yung topic natin last week. And yan, so bubalik na ako sa main screen ko. And thank you, Joy. Thank you. So ngayon, I'll be introducing a very wonderful speaker. Nakakatuwa lang kasi when I invited her, nag-uusap lang kami. And sabi nga namin, bakit hindi mo i-run? Kasi may project siya na ginagawa sa office nila. She basically runs the training team, and ang powerful ng person na to kasi I've been through her journey sa coaching, sa personal development. I've seen her grow from person A to person B today at totally ibang person na. As level up na, continuously growing. And right now, she's going to be sharing her module. Okay, so itong module na to sobrang powerful kasi the reason na nandito kayo, marami kayong mapupulot. Sino dito, who among you here are currently trying to develop their leadership? Kindly type in 1 na lang sa chat box. Yan. So pwede kayo mag-1 sa chat box. Trying to develop their leadership, pero hindi yan. Thank you so much. Kung gusto nyo ma-level up yung leadership nyo, panalo to kasi you'll be learning different skills in this course. And at the same time, meron tayong mapupulot kasi we'll be developing relationships. Wow, relationships with other team members. So kung meron kang team in handle or if you're working with a team, panalo itong discuss niya. And syempre, dami ko na sinabi. Without further ado, introduce ko na yung ating special guest kasi super special niya. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lian Cruz.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. And thank you so much, Coach JM, for having me here at Richmond Community. I am so excited to be in that space of giving and really share what I'm doing with my team right now. So my name is Lian Cruz. Again, I am working as an HR, but it's under learning and development. So I've been a trainer for 8 years now, and I've been handling people for more than a decade already. And here at RF or Richmond Community, what we are teaching here really is the skill set, mindset, and heart set of a leader. Ayan. Minsan naiisip natin na ang leadership, it's a skill that can't be learned and that can be learned. And yung iba naiisip na kailang inborn on leadership skills, but ang totoo niya natututunan naman talaga siya. And when we talk about leadership, we're not just talking about knowledge and skills. Hindi lang to about technicalities. More importantly, leadership is about, building and creating relationship with people. So for today, let me go ahead and share my screen to all of you. And I want to welcome all of you here. Meron akong share feature kasi wala pa ako nung app ni Coach J. So I'm gonna share it with you. And let me know if you guys can see the slides. Ayan. Can you guys see it? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay ba? All right. So for today, we're gonna talk about love. Okay. Before we start, I wanted to ask everyone here in the group. Ayan, sino ba yung mga currently na nagmamahal dito? Ayan. You can just put a thumbs up or click thumbs up. Yan. Sino yung mga nagmamahal dito? Sino yung mga nagmahal? Yan. And sino ba dito yung mga umasa before? Yan. Sino yung mga pinaasa dito? Sino yung mga umaasa pa rin? Yan. Okay lang yan. Yeah. And who amongst you here, have realized that self-love self-love is the only way and it's the best way to really give and express my love. All right. So for today, we're going to talk about the 5 love languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. And this is actually a book, okay? But this is something that Coach JM and I learned when we were still training with IM Plus. And I am happy and I'm grateful to share it with you. And i-share ko sa inyo ngayon how these 5 love languages really create self-awareness around me, and how these 5 love languages help me in terms of really creating and building relationship with my team members. Okay, so are you guys excited? Right, can I get a thumbs up? Okay, so let's go ahead and start this presentation or this learning session with a quick video. So, play tayo ng video here about the 5 love languages para at least meron tayong idea ano ba ito. I think kailangan kong i-on ang aking audio. Share sound. Okay.
Today's video is going to be on the book The 5 Love Languages, The Secrets to Love That Last by Dr. Gary Chapman. So have you ever been in one of those relationships where you think you're doing everything you can to please your partner, but they're still feeling frustrated and unloved? I mean, you're giving them compliments, you work hard all day to bring home the bacon and pay the bills, you give them gifts, and you even do some chores around the house, but they're still feeling unloved. I mean, what more do they want, right? It's incredibly frustrating and annoying. Well, the reason why they aren't feeling loved, in short, is that you're not speaking their love language. The premise of the book is that people don't give and receive love in the same way. Most of us think that the way we want to be loved is how others want to be loved as well, but this is not the case. There are in fact 5 love languages. This is huge because if you're not speaking the same language as your partner, then you could be missing the mark completely and not even know it. It's basically the equivalent of a British guy trying to talk to a Chinese guy. It's not going to go well because they're simply not going to understand each other. If you're going to have a strong relationship, you have to know how you and your partner both give and receive love. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Let's go through each one a little deeper. Words of affirmation. Do you like hearing I love you or compliments or meaningful words above all else? Are insults especially detrimental to your relationship? If so, then this is probably your love language. If you discover that this is your partner's love language, make sure you give them genuine compliments and tell them you appreciate them often. The second love language is quality time. Do you value full and undivided attention above all else? One-on-one time with the TV off, the cell phone put away, and no distraction is what makes this type of person feel loved the most. Canceled or postponed dates and failure to listen are especially hurtful to this type. If this is your partner's love language, learn to listen better, make eye contact more, and spend more time with them instead of at the office or glued to your cell phone. Ask them what they'd like to do with you, and then schedule a date to do it. Don't assume what they'd like to do with you. Ask. The third love language is receiving gifts. Sure, we all like getting gifts, but this type of person loves receiving gifts above all else. Gifts to this type of person mean everything because it shows the love, thought, and effort that went into the gift. I'm not talking about materialistic or the cost of the object, but the thought behind it. Missed birthdays, anniversaries, and thoughtless gifts tear this type of person apart. The cost doesn't matter, it's the thought. It can be as simple as a card or some picked flowers or a note saying that you love their eyes. The fourth language is acts of service. Chores around the house or errands that ease the burden of responsibility are the loving characteristics of this love language. This can be as simple as taking out the trash, paying the bills, doing the dishes, picking up the kids from school, and so on. Broken commitments and laziness can make this type feel unloved. And lastly, physical touch. This doesn't necessarily mean sex. If hugs, cuddling, holding hands, and thoughtful touches are the most important thing to you, then this could be your love language. If their physical presence is crucial to you, then this could be an indicator as well. Any kind of neglect or abuse would destroy this type of person and their relationship. So which one do you most strongly identify with? Keep in mind, you should only have one primary love language. Sure, we may like all those things, but one of them should resonate with you the most. Really think about each one and imagine your partner doing each one in turn and see how you feel. If you're still having a hard time, let's look at a couple ways to figure out your love language.
All right. So that's a quick video about the 5 love language. Ang gagawin natin ngayon is hihimayin natin kung ano ba talaga yung love language natin and how it can really help our leadership. The first one, or the first slide that I have here, these are the 5 love languages that was mentioned in the video. So meron tayong tinatawag na words of affirmation, meron din physical touch, and then there is quality time, and then there is receiving gifts, and lastly, acts of service. Okay. And these 5 types or 5 love languages, meron din tayong tinatawag na 2 types of love language. And this is your giving love and receiving love. Okay. For some people, pareho ang kanilang giving and receiving love. And mamaya madidiscover nyo ano ba yung giving and receiving love ko. But for most of the people that I know, magkaiba ang kanilang giving and receiving love. Ayan. So mamaya, madidiscover natin ano ba yung sa akin, ano ba yung sa mga teammates ko, and ano ba ang mga giving and receiving love ng mga kasama ko sa bahay or yung mga loved ones ko. Okay, so are you guys excited to know about these? Okay, can I get a thumbs up? Yan. Sige. So, let's go ahead and start with words of affirmation. Okay, when we talk about words of affirmation, ibig sabihin nito, this is about using words to build up and affirm other people. So in personal relationships, these are the I love yous. Yan. Sino ba dito yung mga mahilig mag I love you? Yan. I know for some people, medyo hirap sila eh. Pero merong mga tao na madalas talaga na nag-I love you, nagko-compliment. If you have a girlfriend or if you a boyfriend or if you are in a relationship right now, parati nyo ba silang sinasabihan ng ang ganda mo naman today, ang gwapo-gwapo mo naman, ang gwapo naman ng boyfriend ko. Yeah. And for our kids, ayan kung sino may mga kids dito, you can tell their kids, ang galing naman ng anak ko, ang ganda naman ng anak ko. Or sometimes, when we want to appreciate our parents, you know, we tell our moms, ma, ang sarap naman ng luto mo today. Yan. So these are the words of affirmation in personal relationship. Now, I want to see, you know, at work, what kind of affirmation that you guys receive from your leaders and peers. Yan. Could you please type it in the chat and let's see. Yan. what are the affirmation that you guys receive from your leaders and your peers currently sa inyong office, or some, if you guys are working from home, ayan, this is also possible that you guys receive affirmation. Ayan, sige, tingnan nga natin. Let me just, hindi, Coach JM, can you assist me? Hindi ko mabasa yung chat.
Okay, sige. So sabi ni
Sige.
Connie, very much appreciated. May nagsabi,
Yes.
good job. Great job.
Great job. Yes. Okay. That's good. That's amazing. So the praises, recognition, words of encouragement, those are the things that we hear from our bosses and leaders and peers in the office. And if you guys are currently leaders, ayun, I would love to encourage all of you to, alam mo yon, affirm your team members. Kasi baka isa sa mga team member mo, ang kanilang receiving language is words of affirmation, and it would really mean a lot to them, especially if they have really if they have really done a great job. Okay? So, again, in our office or work, examples of words of affirmation are recognition, phrases, commendation, and words of encouragement. Okay. Now let's go to our next slide. So, if your partner or if your loved ones or your team members, ang kanilang receiving love language is words of affirmation, these are some of the actions that you want to avoid. So the first one, insults, and the second one, criticisms. All right, this is true. Not a lot of people are good when it comes to confrontation, when it comes to constructive feedback, and that is because they're receiving love is words of affirmation. So imagine meron kang friend, tapos ang receiving love niya ay words of affirmation. Tapos parati mo siyang sinasabihan ng, pangit ka naman eh, di ka naman magaling, 'di ba? Yung mga ganon, 'di ba? So we don't want to hear that from people. And what more guys, if naririnig nyo to sa mga tao na mahal nyo, 'di ba? Like for example, your parents, or for example, boyfriend. Yan, mga boyfriend or girlfriend. Loser ka naman, hindi ka naman talaga magaling. Alright? So it's important na magkaroon tayo ng awareness around it. Okay, I'll give you an example, guys. So, I'm not very good when it comes to feedback. As a leader, hindi pwede yun, diba? Feedback is a gift and you should always be receiving feedback. And I realized that last 2019. 2019 ko lang siya na-realize kasi before, ang ginagawa ko talaga, I resist every feedback that I get from other people. And even from my team members, so hindi ko yung ginagawa. But then again, when I created awareness around it, I become very open to it. And hindi ko naman pala ikakamatay kapag naka-receive ako ng constructive feedback. And it actually really helped me to grow myself and to develop myself more as a leader. And that really helped me with my team. Ayan. So right now, what I'm doing with my team, I am doing the 360 degrees feedback. So hindi lang ako ang nag-feedback sa kanila, but I also allow them to give feedback to me. Ayan. And doon nagkaroon ng openness and vulnerability around my team. Okay, so that's a great example. All right. Are you guys learning so far? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, so nasa first love language pa lang tayo. Okay, so now, let's go to the second one. And this is physical touch. So tama yung saying before na action speaks louder than words. And, in personal relationships, ito yung mga cuddling, holding hands, kissing. If you like playing with your partner's hair, so that is also physical touch. Another example is massage. Yan. If you are, massaging each other at night, that's also very good. Sitting close to each other and other kinds of intimacy. So hindi ko na sasabihin yung iba. Now, at work, dahil work from home tayo, syempre hindi natin to makikita eh. But based on your experience before, meron ba kayong mga leaders or peers na ang giving love ay physical touch? And how do you guys experience it? All right, so go ahead and please type it in the chat and let's see. how do you guys experience physical touch yan as a love language from your leaders and peers before if you have experienced it, pero kung hindi naman, it's okay. So, ayan, Coach JM, may nag-chat ba?
Meron dito fist bump.
Fist bumps, yes. Yeah. That's an example of a physical touch.
Tapping the shoulder. Yeah.
Yes. Tap at the back. Great job. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So that's good. Those are some examples of physical touch in the workplace. Pat at the back, yung fist bumps and high fives. Yan. If you're doing high fives with your peers, ayan, pag merong something. Yan. So those are physical touch. Now, there are also people who don't like being touched, and we have to be mindful and be aware of how people react to it. So for example, kahit yung mga simpleng tap at the back, especially at the workplace, tignan nyo kung medyo iilag na ganyan. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, hindi niya yun gusto, and that's not his or her receiving love language. Alright, so these are the things that actions to avoid when the receiving love language of your partner, of your loved one, or your team members is physical touch. So, avoid neglect. Ibig sabihin ng neglect, ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Kunwari yung girlfriend nyo, ang receiving love niya ay physical touch. Ayun, hindi nyo siya inakabayan, hindi nyo hinuholding hands, ayaw nyo yun. So, yun yung neglect na sinasabi natin na example dito. And of course, abuse of any kind. Ayan, yung sobra or medyo physical na violence, hindi na yun maganda. So, iwasan natin yun. Alright? Okay. So, I hope you guys are learning as we are discussing kasi nakakadalawa pa lang tayo. And you're realizing something about yourself and kung ano yung mga love language na mga kasama nyo sa bahay ng loved ones nyo and your team members as well. Alright? So let's go ahead to the next one. The next one is quality time. All right. This is not just about spending time, but this is actually giving your undivided attention. So we're talking about togetherness and not proximity. All right. So in personal relationships, what are the examples of quality time? So it could be going on a date, spending time with children, traveling together, yung mga family get-together, those are quality time. You could also do gardening, working and cooking together. Those are examples of quality time. Now, at work, okay, what are the gift of time that you guys receive or experience from your leaders and peers? Okay, could you please type it in the chat and let's see. Paano ba nag-i-spend ng quality time ang mga leaders and peers nyo sa inyo at work? All right, so let's see. What did you guys have?
Meron dito staff bonding.
Staff, yeah, bonding. That's good. Yeah, what else? What else?
Kwentuhan.
Kwentuhan, yeah.
Kapihan.
That's good.
Uy, tama.
Uy! Gusto ko yan, coffee.
Namiss ko na
Lalo
yun.
na pag libre. Right. So yeah, those are examples. Just a quick team or staff meeting, bonding, coffee sessions, lunch and learn sessions. Yeah, I love those things. Coaching and mentoring sessions, guys. Yeah, those are very important. Quality conversation, those one-on-one and heart-to-heart talks with your leaders and peers. And start that connection with them. Ito yung mga quality time examples of love language. So what I would recommend to all of you guys is, when you are doing virtual one-on-one or coaching sessions, or even if it's in person, set aside your laptops and do not multitask. Kaya guilty ako dyan eh. Whenever I do coaching session, I bring my laptop with me in the room. Pero I realize na, talagang pag may email or ping, habang kinakausap ko ang aking team member, napapatingin talaga ako sa laptop ko. So, please do not multitask while you are talking to your colleagues, team members, and to your leaders as well. At home naman, do not browse through your cell phones when you are talking to your kids and spouse. Yan. So imagine guys kung ang kids nyo, ang kanyang receiving love ay quality time. Tapos sa bahay, work lang kayo ng work, and every time you guys are eating, naka-cellphone pa rin kayo. Even if you guys send them to good schools and you give them everything, tapos ang receiving love nila is quality time, it will not work, guys. So imagine how would they feel about it. Ayan. So sa lahat ng mga tao dito na may mga kids, ayan, it's important that you also discover their love language. And unang-una, syempre, kailangan malaman niyo muna kung ano yung sa inyo. Ayan. Alright. So we are on our third love language. Can I get a thumbs up if you guys are learning? Do you guys find this interesting? Nakaka-amaze, diba? Yeah. And marami nang actually nasalba or nasalve, tama ba yung word ko? Nasalba na relationship because of, couples discovering what they're giving and receiving love language is. All right? So, now let's go to the next one. Oh, here pala. Quality time, actions that you need to avoid if your loved ones, your kids, or your team member, ito ang kanilang receiving love, distraction. So again, do not multitask if you guys are doing one-on-one coaching with them or if you're talking to them. Postpone dates. Yan ang wag na wag niyong gagawin. Yung last minute canceling, yan, nakaset na yan, excited na siya. And lastly is not listening. Yeah, again, please give your undivided attention to them kapag ito ang kanilang receiving love language. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the next one, which is receiving gifts. Okay. Sino ba dito yung mga gustong nakaka-receive ng gifts parate? Ayan, can I get a thumbs up? Yan, sino ba naman ang ayaw ng gifts, diba? Syempre gusto ko rin. All right. But for those people whose receiving love language is receiving gifts, iba talaga yung spark ng mga mata nila if they receive one. Kahit mga small keychain lang yan. And you will really notice that kasi yung mga tao na to, they're very appreciative and they thank you, as in super thank you kahit keychain lang yan. Ibig sabihin yan is that they're receiving love, is receiving gifts. Kasi meron tayong mga taong niriregaluhan, diba? And hindi ganun ka-appreciative. Am I correct? Can you guys resonate or relate with that? Yeah, yung pinaghandaan mo, pinag-isipan mo yung gift, pero nung binigay mo na, hindi masyadong na-appreciate. And even the body language and expression of the face, parang hindi naman gusto. Kahit mahal. Alright. So guys, take note of this one, especially sa mga may girlfriend. Because I know you guys love giving them, gifts, flowers, chocolates, yan, and mga designer bags. Ayan, sana all. Sana all. And minsan meron pa mga boyfriend dito na pinagsha-shopping yung mga girlfriend nila. Yan. Pero, ang receiving love pala ni girlfriend hindi receiving gifts. So tignan natin. Receiving gifts, it's not about the gift but the thought and the effort behind it. So again, it's the thought that counts. In personal relationship, these are giving gifts whenever there is an occasion or none. Pwede kasi tayong magbigay ng regalo kahit walang okasyon, di ba? And yung mga pasalubongs, those small things. At works, okay, so at work, guys, paano nyo ba na-experience itong receiving gifts sa company nyo and sa mga leaders and peers nyo? So go ahead and type it in the chat. And let's see. Or hindi kayo binibigyan ng boss nyo. So yung mga may team dito o yung mga boss nyo, paringgan na natin sila. Alright, so what are the examples? Naku, walang nagtatype. So, walang nare-receive? Yan,
Wow,
sige.
gusto ko to. Travel.
Wow. Grabe naman.
Nanalo travel. Yung isa pa, GC vouchers.
Yes, tama.
Meron din staycation.
Wow. Parang hindi ko na-experience yung mga gifts na yan sa company ko. Alright.
May pagkain.
Yeah. Those are the examples. So what works? We're talking about rewards. Tama yan. Staycation, mga travel, those are rewards. Incentives. Yeah, incentives, GCash, lunch outs, and treats. Yan. So ito yung mga nare-receive natin sa mga bosses natin, leaders and peers as well, and the company itself. Alright. So that's good. Now, punta tayo dito sa receiving gifts. Actions to avoid if your loved ones, your team members, ito ang kanilang receiving love. Actions to avoid missing birthdays or anniversaries or any occasion. Ayan, that's very important. And of course, thoughtless gifts. Ayan, yung basta may maibigay ka lang. Ayan, so these are the things. Okay, now, let's go to the last one. The last of the 5 love language is acts of service. So this is about doing something for the other person that you know they would like. Okay. Merong mga sinasabi before, I'm not sure if you guys can relate with me or resonate with me, yung mga linyahan na if you love me, you will do this for me. Yan. Sino na ba yung mga nakarinig niyan? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay lang. This is a safe space, guys. You can share anything you want to share. If you love me, you will do this for me. Yeah. All right. So if you guys have experienced or have heard that statement before, that is actually a manipulation by guilt. And we don't want to do that with people we love or we are working with, right? Okay. So acts of service is about, the things you do to ease the responsibilities and burdens of others. It means a lot for the person if this is the receiving love language, if you guys go out of your way to do something for them, or if you guys sacrifice something for them. Yan. Sabi nga nila, action speaks louder than words, right? And I know for all of you here, mas na-appreciate natin yung mga tao na nag-e-exert ng effort. Ayan, in all aspects of our lives. Can I get a thumbs up? Tama ba ako? Yeah, gusto natin yung mga tao na nag-e-effort talaga, tama? Yeah. And in personal relationships, okay, punta na tayo dito because most of us here are working from home. Ang mga examples nitong acts of service, doing the dishes or the laundry. Hindi lahat ng tao dito gusto ng mga house chores. But yeah, these are examples of acts of service, running errands, fixing things in the house, helping kids on their projects, sacrificing what you want to do for them and doing things without being asked. Alright. I remember my mom kasi ang giving love language ng aking mama ay acts of service. Ayan. So whenever we eat, yan, kunwari lunchtime or dinner time, talagang busy-busy siya sa pagluluto, pagpe-prepare ng food. And even if you don't ask her to get you something like yung mga sausawan, condiments, hindi mo na sasabihin, ibibigay na niya yan sa'yo. And I noticed that and I just realized that 2 years ago, that is my mom's giving language and giving love, yan. And when you ask her to, Mama, pwede bang ako na maghugas ng plato? Sasabihin niya, ay hindi, ako na to, sige na. Doon ka na sa kwarto mo. Ayan. Sana all ganyan ng mama, di ba? Ayan. So, any examples of you guys? Ayan, sa bahay, sino ba ang mga mommy na ganito? Ang nafe-feeling ko kasi lahat ng mommy, parang acts of service talaga ang kanilang giving love. Di ba?
Agree.
Diba, no? Super maalaga and lahat talaga ibibigay sa'yo, diba? Alright. So this is something that you guys I want you guys to realize this one then. Ayan. And at work, ang examples nito, these are the support and help that you get from your peers. Ito yung mga favors. Ayan. And, when the receiving language of your peers, of your team members, or your loved ones at home is acts of service. Ito yung mga naiirita sila. Actions to avoid laziness. Yan. Broken commitments. Yan. Yung sinabi mo, gagawin mo to for her, pero hindi mo siya ginawa. Right? And making more work for them. Yeah, ito yung mga broken promises. Okay. So these are the 5 love languages. Now, okay, punta na tayo dito. Meron akong assessment sa team ko na pina-take sa kanila para malaman nila in a way kung ano ba doon sa 5. Pero I hope you guys can resonate with all of it. And as we go through, as I've discussed it kanina, sana nare-realize nyo na rin na naiisip nyo, ano ba yung giving and love language ko? So now, we're gonna do a breakout session. Okay, Coach JM, can you help me here? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna share with our group ano ba yung na-realize nyo today? Ano ang giving and receiving love language nyo dito sa 5 na diniscuss natin? And how did you find out, or how did you guys realize na ito ang aking giving and receiving love? Kasi baka minsan, it has something to do with our experience from the past, or maybe, ayan, malaking factor talaga is yung childhood natin. Ayan, doon talaga siya nanggagaling. So let's go ahead and break ourselves. Okay, ilan ba tayo dito? 27, Coach JM. Okay, so go ahead and join the room. We're gonna give you 10 minutes for that. Right. Good luck, guys, and I will ask for your shares later on.
Yan, pasok na kayo.
Pasok na.
Nasama pala kita, Lian. Sama.
Oo nga eh. Sige,
Sige,
pwede
sama.
mo akong iwanan. Oo, not now.
Iiwan kita.
Okay.
Ay, hindi pumapasok si Lisa. Sana pasok ko sa Zoom, sa breakout. Yan.
Okay. Ikaw na lang mag-time coach, ha? Ay,
Yeah.
pwede ba ako mag-chat sa kanila?
Nasa akin yung alam ko na, kung kitang co-host. Nag-hi pala sa'yo si Kangen Philippines.
Oo, nandyan sila.
Yung nasa Instagram sila, nag-hi sila.
Ah, okay. Shucks, naka-live pala ako. Ano ba yan, nakaka-live? Nakalive ako? Nakalive
Huh?
ako? Nakalive ako?
We're
Hello?
live. Hi, Returns Community. So, for now, we're talking about the 5 love languages. Nakakatuwa nga kasi Lian is sharing us yung 5 affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and yung last one, which is physical touch. Ayan. So, ako nakaka-relate ako dyan sa So,
Yeah.
share natin. We can actually share. Ano ba yung,
Share.
anong assessment mo sa sarili mo?
So ako, my giving love is physical touch. Dati hindi ko naiintindihan bakit I am so touchy with other people. Like, I hug all people, as in lahat sa office all the time. And sometimes I feel that some of them are being uncomfortable with it. Hindi ko naiintindihan bakit ganun, but I just feel awkward when I don't touch you, when I talk to you. Yan ang aking, but then again, naging aware na ako na ito pala ang aking giving love. For the receiving love, it's actually gifts. And I realized that kasi nung bata ako, yung parents ko, binibigyan naman nila ako ng birthday party. Alam mo yun, naghahanda kami. Pero hindi na nila ako binibigyan ng gift. So kumbaga, may birthday party ka na so hindi ka na namin bibigyan ng regalo. So yun yung na-realize ko.
Past
So
experience din yung nag-build.
yeah, so every time I receive gift from other people, sobrang tuwa ko talaga. Like sabi ko nga, kahit ang pasalubong lang yan for ma-travel, I would really appreciate it. And more of kung talagang alam mo na gusto ko talaga yung item na yan or yung gift na yan. So na-appreciate ko yun ng sobra-sobra. And I remember one time when it was Valentine's Day, I think that was 2019. Yung boyfriend ko kasi nagkasakit siya. Valentine's Day. So I was expecting him to give me something like flowers or ask me out on a date, but he didn't. So galit na galit ako sa kanya noon. And hindi niya ako maintindihan bakit. Tapos I told him and I explained it to him. And so now, ayun, ginagawa na niyang advantage sa akin yan. Na kunwari nagagalit ako, ayun na, milk tea, coffee, or shopping kita.
Agad-agad.
Oo. But it really helped. It really helped, our relationship. Kasi dati hindi kami nagkakaintindihan sa amin. And I also asked him, what's your love language? What's your receiving and giving love? And I also did that to my daughter and then my mom's as well. Kaya, sobrang, alam mo yung dumali yung buhay ko. Kasi, I mean, binibigay ko sa kanila talaga yung love na alam mo yun talaga yung receiving nila.
Yung match Yun yung important talaga.
That's the match. Oh. And I don't have, to figure things out anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really good. Ikaw, Coach, ano ang yung receiving and giving love?
Ang receiving ko is affirmation.
Okay, sige.
Ang
Affirmation.
very easy affirmation ako. Kasi pagdating talaga sa sinabihan ako ng mataba, actually na-hurt ako, tumatawa lang ako. Aray ko, taba. nakakaramdam naman. Makapal lang yung taba ko, pero nararamdaman ko rin pag sinasabi yun. And
Yeah.
pagka sinabi sa akin yung I'm proud of you, yan super win-win sa akin. Naalala ko talaga nung yung dad ko, tuwan-tuwa siya nung napumasa ako ng college, tapos pumasa pa ako sa board exam. Sabi pa,
Yeah.
nakakatuwa yun. So parang ako, makita ko lang na natutuwa siya, tapos sinasabi niya, I'm proud of you, anak, tapos umiiyak pa. Wow, so na. Tapos yung giving
That's
ko
good.
is physical touch and service.
Wow,
Hindi
okay.
ko mag-high
That's
five
good.
pagka nasa office.
Yeah.
Alam mo ng mga office mate ko, dadaan ako sa ano nila, gano'n. Sup? Sa high five lang ako.
That's
yung high five na
nice.
malakas.
And I think for di ba you're well coached, di ba Coach JM, and you're doing financial planning and all. It's nice that you're giving as acts of service kasi that's part of what you do.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I
Yeah.
think this is a form of service. Itong weekly thing na to.
Yeah, this as well. That's
It's
right.
time eh. It's time and service. Kasi for me, it's adding a lot of value to people.
Right.
Hindi lahat umattend sa Zoom. Pero those who are actually in the Zoom, ang dami na-appreciate. Pati yung mga nanonood ngayon lately sa Facebook, may message ako, Jay, ang ganda ng session. So parang ako, nanonood siya.
Yeah. It's
Nakakatawa.
awesome.
Kasi iba-iba lang din yung timing
Yeah.
lang. I think
And
2 minutes na lang sila.
2 minutes na lang. Yeah. And yeah, since this is about love, this is also part of a hard set of being a leader, di ba, Coach?
Yes, agree. And actually, later on nga, pwede natin ito ma-apply how you're handling it with your finances. Later, try natin i-synthesize patungo.
Sige.
I think
That's
siguro
good.
done na sila. I-close ko na yung room. Ha?
Sige.
Yung room na. Para magsibali ka na siya. Balik na kayo!
Yeah. Let's get share. How many groups do we have?
We have 3 groups.
3 groups. Okay.
Yeah, feel free to ask them. Ano naman to?
Yeah.
Alam mo naman how I do things dito sa Rich Friend community. Tatanong ko yan diretso na. So, willing to share naman sila. Basta tatanong.
Yeah. Okay.
May mga bagong people yan. I think these are new. 3. Welcome back!
Okay, welcome back, guys.
Hi, welcome back. Nabitin si Jason.
Nabit.
Oo, ang daming kwento. Ang daming
Ang
kwento.
ganda
rin
ng
nila.
tono yan, ha?
Oh my God.
Diba pag
That's
breakout
really
session,
good.
doon talaga naglalabasan yung boses nila.
Oo yeah. So yeah, I am excited to hear, what you have learned about yourself and what you have discovered about yourself. So let's start with, our first share. Feel free to unmute yourself. What is your giving and receiving love? And what did you realize today? Sige. Go ahead, guys. This is a safe space para makarelate din kami sa inyo. Sige, I'll call on Joseph dahil nag-unmute ka
Sige,
na.
ako
Go
na.
ahead.
Pero pagkatapos ko, magbo-volunturo ako, ha?
Oh, sige. Gusto ko yan.
Sige,
Go ahead, Joseph.
Ako naman yung, what I realized today is that the person, yung mga people around me, na, kasi ako, ang receiving ko kasi is act of service, and
Okay.
also receiving gifts, and quality time.
Okay.
Yan, yung 3 na yun. Tapos yung
Okay.
giving back ko naman is I always give quality time, also act of service din sa partner ko. So yung
Yeah.
dalawa na yun, yun yung pinaka-top ko. As in, na-miss ko tuloy yung partner ko kasi nasa Bohol siya.
Oo nga eh. Yeah.
Oo, so na-feel ko na parang na-in-love na naman ako, kumbaga. Na-appreciate ko more yung mga ginagawa niya, na alam niya yung ayaw at gusto ko.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun. So,
That's
yun yung
awesome.
na-realize ko. So, thank you, Lian, for this topic.
Yeah. You're welcome, Joseph. And I love what I hear about, your realizations. And also, hindi mo lang na-realize talaga yung sarili mo, but also yung sa partner mo rin, di ba? And ngayon,
Oo.
nagiging clear na sa'yo. Naiintindihan mo na, okay, kaya pala ganun, di ba? And
Yeah.
in terms of your leadership in your company, how do you let your people experience your act of service in terms of
Mm-mm.
giving it to them?
Ako naman, since I've been an employee before, and
Mhm.
now I'm handling my business,
Yeah.
words of affirmation. Kumbaga, I always stop them, how are you? So, and aside from that, I always give them gifts. So, natutuwa sila sa akin kasi pag work talaga work, pero outside work,
Yeah.
doon na lumalabas yung kakulitan namin, nagjo-joke-joke na kami ganyan.
Yeah.
So, para that way, hindi din sila ma-pressure para pag
Mm-mm.
nakikita nila ako, hindi fear yung mafe-feel nila sa akin. So, I have to make sure na may time din ako to tap them, how are you? So, to
Yeah.
guide them, to mentor them. So, yun yung mga ginagawa ko naman sa office. Tapos,
I
pag
see.
maganda yung performance nila, ay binibilan ko sila ng mga Krispy Kreme, yung mga simple gifts lang na gano'n.
Yeah.
Tuwan-tuwa
Mhm.
naman na sila.
That's good. Yeah, it's really great. Thank you so much for sharing, Joseph.
Thank you,
Okay.
Lian. Yung
You're
tuturo ko si
welcome.
Jason.
Jason, yes, go ahead. Lalabitin si Jason. Let's hear it from him. Sige, Jason, what's your giving and
Yes
receiving
po.
love? And what have you learned about yourself today?
Sa akin po, na-realize ko rin na more on quality time tsaka service po, giving service po. Kasi,
Mm-mm.
kumbaga, yung material sa akin, parang hindi ganun laki yung impact. Parang mas
Mhm.
natutuwa
Yeah.
ako pag nagbibigay ako ng service sa sa girlfriend ko, ganun.
Yeah.
Tapos quality time din, kumbaga gumagala kami. Doon ako nag-e-enjoy. Pero sa
Yeah.
parang material things, parang pag nagbibigay sa akin, parang walang impact.
Mm-mm,
Although
diba?
na-appreciate ko, pero
Yeah.
gusto ko talaga yung mag-service tsaka yung quality time. Yun talaga. Oo.
That's really good. Yeah. So ngayon, diba, it's making sense to you now.
Yes, opo.
That's
Tama,
good,
tama.
yeah. And dahil may girlfriend ka, ayun, siguro it would be nice for you to find out as well. Ano ba yung giving and receiving ng aking girlfriend, diba?
Opo, yes.
Alright, sige.
Alright.
Would you like to call on anyone in the room? Okay, can I get one last share?
Siguro si Sir JM po.
Okay, sige ako doon. Thank you, Jason. Ako ang giving ko is physical touch and service. Yun yung giving ko. Napansin ko yan kasi madalas ako mag-high five. Alam mo yun, ng ibang office mates ko, nag-fist bump din ako sa office. And kahit sa girlfriend, kinakalabit ko. Pag ano na, okay. So, tapos for me, another is, receiving ko is affirmation. Always been affirmation. Yun, same kami ni Jason, in terms of, gifts, parang, okay lang. Kahit ngayon, yung dad ko kasi was gift giver. So, pinipilit niya ako, bibigyan niya ako Lacoste. Dad, 10 t-shirt na lang. 10 t-shirt na lang na parehong halaga niyan. Kaysa sa isang Lacoste. Pero lagi niya bigay. I appreciate it. Pero alam niyang, Dad, hindi talaga. O sige, ano sasabihin ko sa'yo? I love you lang. Masaya na ako.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Coach JM. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed your breakout session. But I have a bonus to all of you. Aside from talking about, this giving and receiving love and creating self-awareness around it, and actually, having that realization about, the giving and receiving love as well of the people around me, my loved ones, and also my team members and all the people that I work with. I want you guys to have this realization for today. So I have 2 more additional slides that I want to discuss with you para mas lalo nating maintindihan ano nga ba tong love language na to. Okay. So, what do you guys see here in our screen? Dito 3 question na. Sige, type it in the chat. Nakikita natin, baby. Yeah, tama ba ako? Yun ang chat natin, baby.
Blue-eyed baby, a very
Blue-eyed
adorable baby. Pure.
Yeah.
Blue-eyed baby girl. Cute baby and teddy.
Okay. So the reason why I added this in my slide because I wanted to realize something. Ang mga babies, nare-receive nila yung all 5 love languages. Naintrigo ba kayo? Paano? Grabe, sana all 5. Alright. So yung mga babies, they actually receive the 5 love languages. And himay-himayin natin paano nangyayari ito. Okay. So the first one is words of affirmation. Yan. Di ba pag nakakahawa kayo ng baby or pag nakakakita kayo ng baby, or kapag baby nyo talaga siya, you know, you always tell that or you always tell them na ang ganda-ganda mo naman, ang cute-cute mo, ay ang gwapo naman ng baby. So ito yung mga sinasabi natin na words of affirmation to them. Ayan, sometimes inaamoy nyo, tapos sasabihin mo, ang bango-bango mo naman, ang ganda-ganda, ang cute-cute. So ito yung mga words of affirmation na na-receive nila from the people around them. Okay. The next one is physical touch. Paano ba ito na-receive ng baby? Diba, kinakarga natin, niyayakap, hinahalikan, kinukurot, inaamoy. Pag pinapaliguan natin sila, hinahaplos natin yung katawan, pinupunasan natin ng towel. Alright. So, yun yung mga examples ng physical touch na nare-receive ng mga babies. Alright. The third one is quality time. Alright. Dahil ang mga baby, they are helpless, kailangan talaga natin na mag-spend ng time sa kanila. Yan, kasi hindi nila kaya pang mag-isa. And that's what we do. And when we spend quality time with them, we really need to have undivided attention. Kasi nga, malilikot yung mga bata and pwede silang mahulog or pwede silang masaktan. Right? Okay, the fourth one is receiving gifts. Okay, napansin nyo ba? Hindi pa lumalabas yung baby, kompleto na yung gamit. So meron ng mga damit, laruan, crib, yung mga gatas, kompleto na rin, diapers, diba? And kapag christening and birthdays, you know, we shower babies with all these gifts. Right? Okay. And last one is acts of service. Kapag ang baby umiyak, diba? Kailangan attendan mo na agad yan. Itimpla mo ng gatas, kailangan mo na agad pakainin, kailangan mo nang kargahin, kailangan mong ihele. Diba? So those are the things na ginagawa natin para sa mga babies. And sabi ko nga sa inyo, nare-receive nila yung all 5 love language. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up to all of you is I want you to imagine and notice na kapag nakakakita kayo ng bata, baby, sa elevator, sa mall, or kahit sa bahay nyo kung meron kayong baby ngayon, do you guys notice na nawawala yung pagod and stress nyo? Yan, and gumagaan yung pakiramdam nyo. Pati yung kunwari galit na galit kayo tapos may nakita kayong baby. Diba? Nawawala bigla. Sige. Can you please type it in the chat if you guys can relate to that?
Sabi ni Miss Son's true.
Yeah. That's true. Because dahil nga ang mga babies, you know, they're pure, they're innocent, and they receive all these 5 love languages. Ibig sabihin, they are full with so much love. Kaya whenever you see them or whenever you hug one or pag meron lang kayong kinarga na isa, nawala lahat yung pagod nyo. Para siyang guys, na-absorb niya lahat ng mga negativities nyo because this little human here is full of so much love. Right? Yeah. So that's an explanation to it. Bakit ganun yung nararamdaman natin towards babies. And my question to all of you now is, does the giving and receiving love needs to always come from an external factor? Yan. Kailangan ba parating manggaling to sa ibang tao para lang ma-feel natin na we are loved? Sige, can you please type it in the chat? Yes or no?
No, nope.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, great realization. So let's go ahead and go to my next slide. Yeah. Kaya siya. Nakalagay dito, self-love is the best love. Yeah. Do you guys agree with that? Okay. What I wanted to point out here is that you can actually give and receive all 5 love language to yourself. So paano natin gagawin yun sa sarili natin? Okay. Let's start with words of affirmation. Okay. What do you guys tell yourself first thing in the morning? Okay. Sige, tignan nga natin. Could you please put it in the chat? Pagkagising nyo sa umaga, humarap kayo sa salamin, anong sinasabi nyo sa sarili nyo? Kahit yung mga negative, may mga conversation lang sa utak nyo. Yeah. Could you please type it in the chat? Naku, wala. Ayan. Okay. Sige. What do you guys tell yourself?
Good morning, Sonny. I love you. Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that.
Ang sinasabi ko sa
Yeah.
sarili ko, ang gulo ng hair ko, pero cute pa din.
Yeah, okay, 'di ba? So, this is a practice that this is a best practice that I can share with you guys. Tell yourself first thing in the morning how beautiful, how guapo, how sexy, and how smart you are. Yan, I know a lot of people are not used to doing this, but if you try it, you will see a big difference in how you see yourself. Like, harap ka sa mirror and tell yourself, ang sexy ko today, ang ganda ko. Grabe. Kamukha ko si Liza Soberano, yung mga ganyan, diba? So, ito lang yung sinasabi ko kasi I've experienced this before. Imagine telling yourself every day, ano ba yan, pagkaharap mo pa lang sa salamin, ang haggard ko, ang dami kong pimples, ang laki ng eye bags ko. Diba? We tell that to ourselves. And sometimes, we have this negative conversation about ourselves na sinasabi natin the moment we wake up, like, ano ba yan, failure na naman ako. Yeah. So how do you think would it reflect on yourself? So what you can do, guys, is to, shift and affirm yourself every day. I mean, nakakapag-compliment ka nga sa ibang tao, diba? So why not give that compliment to yourself? Yan. I know you guys are, commenting on Facebook to your friends and to mga celebrities out there, how hot and beautiful and guapo they are. Diba? So why not give it to yourself as well? All right, so that's number 1, words of affirmation. Now, let's go to physical touch. Rated SPG po tayo ngayon. So kung ano man yung iniisip nyo, hindi po yun ang ibig ko sabihin ng physical touch about self-love. So what I want to tell you is that, try hugging yourself every day. Give yourself a massage. Take a bath. Maligo din po tayo, guys. Brush your hair. Do your skincare. Those are some examples of physical touch. And I want to ask you guys, have you guys tried hugging yourself? Can I get a thumbs up? Yeah. So do this before. Mukha lang siyang pathetic, pero it would actually relieve your stress. So best practice is, hug yourself like this, like really tight. And then you guys can close your eyes. And just to, do 3 deep breaths. So try to inhale and exhale. Okay, do one more time. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, and I hope you guys are feeling better. Yan. Alam ko, it's Sunday, it's the end of the week, and baka yung mga stress nyo from the weekdays, nadala nyo pang weekend. Ayan. So what you can do, guys, very quick, just hug yourself and just do 3 deep breaths. And you will see na it will shift your energy. Yan, mawawala lahat ng pagod nyo. Alright. So that's the second one. Third is quality time. Guys, date yourself. Have your me time. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na me time eh. Treat yourself to a coffee, watch Netflix. Before, nung wala pang lockdown or pandemic, I watch movie alone. Ayan, I date myself. Kumakain ako sa masarap na restaurant. Ginagawa ko yun sa sarili ko and my partner understand it. That's okay with him. Yeah. Next one is receiving gifts. Okay, so we are on the 4th one. I-add to cart nyo na yan. Alam ko marami kayo. Maraming nasa cart nyo ngayon. So wag na kayong mag-isip and, place that order. Buy that bag na matagal mo nang gusto. Buy that dress na gusto mong bilhin sa sarili mo. Wag na lang puro sa ibang tao. Wag parati sa pamilya. You need to give something to yourself. Finally, bibilin ko na tong PS5. Diba? Kasi sometimes ang ginagawa natin, hindi naman masamang magbigay sa pamilya and sa ibang tao, but sometimes we forget about ourselves. And, that's not good. Okay. And lastly, is acts of service. Ano yung mga examples ng acts of service? Ayan, hinuli ko talaga to, guys. Kasi medyo guilty ako dito. So acts of service, workout, you know, because health is wealth, honor and take care of your body. Another example, meditate, drink a lot of water, Kangen water. Yeah, hi guys. From Kangen team. Do yourself a favor and unfollow and unfriend those toxic people in your newsfeed. Ayan, acts of service din yan para sa sarili nyo. Let go of those things and people that doesn't serve you. And those people and things that are not bringing you peace. Yeah, take care of your mental health. That's another act of service. Be mindful. Choose faith over fear and always come from love. So meron nga tayong saying, diba? You owe yourself the love that you so freely give to other people. Okay, I wanted to repeat that. You owe yourself the love that you so freely give to other people. Okay. And to end my presentation for today, okay, not everyone expresses their love the same way. Diba? Tama yun. So being aware of the different love languages can help you understand our relationships better, be it in life and at work. Bottom line is, you don't actually need to change yourself from someone else. Kung iba yung giving and receiving love language niya, what we are trying to learn here is that you create that awareness na okay, meron akong self-awareness, this is my giving and receiving love, and this is for my partner, this is for my parents, my kids, and my team. This is actually about being responsible and giving and receiving love. This is about knowing that there are better choices in giving love. And of course, it's all about committing to give and receive love, because when we operate in love, everything becomes easy. So that's about it for today. I hope you guys learned a lot. I'm so happy to share this with you. And sana ay may apply natin to with our personal relationships and our work relationships as well. So yan lang. Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Grabe, solid,
Yes.
solid. Okay, please, everyone, palakpakan natin si Lian Cruz. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Unang-una, maraming salamat, Lian, for saying yes to this. Kasi nakakatuwa talaga tong shinare mo, especially about love languages. Kasi nga, iba eh. This is not the usual topics. Did you guys love it? You love this session? Nagustuhan niyo ba
I
yun?
love it so much.
Yan. Okay. So before we actually move on to can I get some quick shares? What did you learn? Ano yung mga key takeaways niyo for this evening? Share niyo naman kay Lian para matuwa siya sa mga napulot niyo. So we can actually
Yes.
start with yan, Miss Sons, naka-unmute ka na eh.
Of
So, sunod na
course.
tayo.
Siyempre, like what I said, diba? The greatest love of all is learn to love yourself. The love must be first begin to our inner self bago tayo magmahal ng iba. Alright? Because if we don't know how to love ourselves, hindi tayo makakapagmahal sa iba. We cannot, right?
Yes, totally agree, Miss Sons. Kasi ako, what I heard from you unang-una, paano mo pa mamahalin yung ibang tao kung hindi mo pa nga mahal yung sarili?
Yes.
Iba yung ganun learning. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
May question ako, Coach.
Oh, go. Question kay Lian.
Is it true na too much love will kill you?
Pakikanta naman. Too much love will kill you.
Love will kill you.
Concert.
Kaya nga eh. Naisip ko lang yung mga, di ba, may mga kakilala rin kayo na masyadong manhid sa pagdating sa pag-ibig. Maybe yun yung siguro yung nila, giving back yung love language sila sa partner nila. Yun. So, nagpagulo lang ako, sorry.
Hindi naman siguro, Joseph.
That's
Iba-iba lang.
actually a valid question.
Oh, iba-iba
Valid
lang. Yeah, iba-iba lang yung tulad ng sinabi kanina ni Miss Lian, pwedeng yung iba hindi siya masyadong showy or ayaw niya yon. Depende siguro sa level kung paano nare-receive tsaka paano mo rin i-share. Right?
True. Mm-hmm.
True.
Siguro at the end of the day lang, Joseph, siguro yung too much love will kill you, pagka too much giving. ng none being given back or hindi mo binibigay sa sarili mo. I think yun yung main message ng song na yun. Tapos rock song.
Natuwa nga ako sinabi ni Lian na love yourself, learn to love yourself, yung mga mental health, na ganyan. So, natuwa ako doon.
Oh, ako nakikita ko nag-workout ka. Oh, loving yourself. Yun. Pasig sa'yo. Tapos na. Oh, di ba?
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to share?
City
Sarah,
song. Hindi ko pa narinig city song.
wala siya eh.
Ano wala city song?
Sarah, anong learning mo for this evening? First timer yan. First time.
Hello, everyone.
Kanta ka ba?
No, actually, first time kong to listen to a discussion about leadership and how it can be related to 5 languages of love. So currently, dun sa mga colleagues ko, sa teammates ko, ano na pala, I've been doing it na pala, I've been studying their love languages, yung receiving love languages nila. So, buti naman, I'm on na, tama pala yung ginagawa ko. So, yun i-realize ko. Ayun. So, yeah. Thank you for inviting me here, JM.
Welcome.
And I love the discussion. Thank you to thank you sa yes. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree, no? Kasi throughout, lalo na sa office, pagka anyone naman talaga pagka iba yung malaman mo yung ano yung receiving din ng office mates mo. Kung affirmation ba siya, service, time. Kasi doon mo rin makukuha yung paano rin sa makakatanggap ng information. Diba? I mean, ako, for example, na-realize ko lang din doon sa sinabi mo is, same. Ako, pagkadating sa, alam kong preferred ng ibang kasama is mag-coffee. So, coffee, kami magkukwentuhan. Yan, yung boss ko ganun, coffee yan. Gusto niya, mag-uupo kami, magko-coffee. Tapos may time talaga yung love language niya. Kasi magkukwentuhan kami, tatawag yan sa akin, mag-update. Kaysa mag-email, gusto niya tawag. Kaya, hi, thank you. Anyone else would like to share? Joy, sige. I wanna hear you.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you, Joseph, for inviting me.
Of course.
So, yung natutunan ko is really self-care and self-love is not being selfish. So, it's one way to reciprocate or to show how can you give love if you but if hindi mo love yung self mo, how can you share it to your loved ones? Yun. At saka giving and receiving na nagagamit ko siya kasi preschool teacher ako. So more on through yung sa mga bata na nare-receive nila yung 5 love languages talaga. Yun. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you, dear.
Kamag-anak mo ba si Mirzi?
Magkamag-anak sila.
Okay.
Yes, she's my cousin.
Medyo same kayo ng tono. May same kayo
Diba?
ng voice. Sabi ko, hindi naman to si Mirzi.
Yeah.
Close na sila. Parang nag-change lang ng tone, pero nandun pa rin.
Oo.
Thank you for that, Joy. Thank you for sharing. And lastly, Jason, ikaw anong sharing mo? And para bago tayo mag-close.
Siguro tama po yung sinabi na yung mahalin natin yung sarili. Tama, Kasi mabigat yun yung kumbaga nasa pandemic tayo. Dami nating na-experience na stress, may mga depression pa. Siguro, unang-una siguro talaga mahalin natin yung sarili din natin. Para makapagbigay rin tayo ng love sa iba. Ganun po.
Lalim nun. Pero totoo, no? ako na-relate ko doon sa sinabi ni Jason was, when you love yourself so much, it naturally overflows. When you love yourself so much, it naturally overflows. Hindi bukal sa loob mo binibigay yung pagmamahal na yun. Kasi it's not coming from a state of kulang, but on a state of abundance. Wow! Nakakonektan natin ng ganun. Okay, so anyone would like to appreciate and affirm our guest speaker, si Lian, before we let her go at mag-picture taking tayo? Anong sabi nyo? Pasalamat. Thank you so much kay Lian. Sige, pwede na kayo mag-unmute na lang. Ayan, Joseph, naka-unmute ka na. Go.
Ay, ako. Hi, Lian. Thank you very much for the topic for tonight. I really like it. Kaso na-late lang ako. Sorry about that. Na-realize ko tuloy yung how much I love the people around me. Kasi lahat naman kasi tayo is we have our own attitude then or love languages sa ganyan. So it's more on understanding in building a relationship with the people around you. Kumbaga, pag may friend ka, ay, ito yung gusto niya. It's more on adjustment, understanding bakit sila nagbe-behave ng gano'n.
Right.
So nakakatuwa lang kasi very helpful yung topic mo, especially sa amin, sa akin, kasi may business din kami, mga empleyado. So
Yeah.
nakakatuwa lang. Thank you very much for the topic for tonight.
Wow. Thanks, Joseph. You're most welcome. Thank you so much
And you
for
look
being
so
here.
pretty, ha?
Nag-red talaga ako dahil it's about
I
love.
know!
May choker pa.
Nice.
Ay lang yan sa
Thanks,
lagay niya.
Joseph.
Best pa.
Thank you. I receive. Thanks for the affirmation, Joseph.
One last honoring and affirmation for our guest para lang maano natin before we actually have our picture taking. Sige. Miss Sons, may gusto mo sabihin?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Liam. It's really a lovely topic. I learned a lot, not only for myself and for others. It's really, really a wonderful topic.
Wow.
Really
Thank you
nice.
so much. Thank you so much, Miss Sonny. Sana makasama ulit kayo next time.
Of course, as always.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so before we end, actually, Panalo, we'll probably have Lian some other session din. So nakakatuwa naman yun. And we're gonna actually end this. We're gonna have other guests din sa ating sessions natin para hindi lang ako. Alam niyo naman, sanay na kayo sa akin. Para maiba-iba naman tayo ng flavor. So sige, pwede na kayo mag-open video para before I let you go, para picture taking lang. May documentation pa. Okay.
Sorry, Coach. Live lang ako, ha?
Okay lang.
Hindi ako makapag-on ng video.
Si Miss Sons.
Yeah.
Bagong gupit ka, Miss Sons. Bagong haircut ka. Okay, sige. So, ready na, ready. It's kinakain ka ng background mo. Okay. Ayan. Ready? One. Si Joy. Joy, sama ka sa picture. Ready? Are you guys ready? Yan. Okay. O, pakita na ng fresh face nyo. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, nahuli ko ang mga fresh faces nyo. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. I'll see you guys ulit next week. Same then, 7:30 p.m.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Coach.
thank you. Drive safe,
Lian.
Joseph.
Fun. Bye.
Honey.
Bye. Drive safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless everyone.
Ingat kayo. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.